Okay, so welcome back, everybody. We're going to do another deep dive today into some really interesting stuff. Um, it's kind of a heavy topic, but I think it's a really important one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's about uh, the nature of life
Mm,
and humanity's place in it.
right.
And this whole thing started with um, a discussion on Coffee Talk
Oh,
that
interesting.
I was listening to.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking. So the core question that we're going to try to unpack today is this.
Mm-hmm.
Are we humans destined to be like caretakers of life on Earth,
Mm-hmm.
or are we actually on a path to just totally destroy it?
Wow.
You know, it's a big question. It's a heavy question.
It is, yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of you thought about this too, right?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, it's not a new question. It's not a new idea.
It's kind of fundamental.
Yeah, exactly.
What I think is so fascinating, though, about the stuff that you sent me is that it really goes into life's drive, just to survive,
Yeah.
to just keep going,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
The examples that they give, right?
Yeah.
Like bacteria living in like radiation saturated environments.
Oh, wow.
Like what?
Yeah.
Even surviving in space. They talked about that.
Wow.
Like, whoa. And then there are these insect species that are like becoming resistant to radioactivity.
I did not know that.
Like that is
Whoa.
wild. Like it makes you think about like, just how resilient
Mm.
life can be, you know.
It is. It's incredible. It's humbling almost, isn't it?
Totally. Yeah.
Like we think we're so, we're at the top of the food chain. We're so great.
Yeah.
But some of these little tiny microscopic things are surviving, conditions that would just wipe us out in an instant.
Yeah, it really does put things in perspective.
It does.
And it makes you think about, like we strive for security and comfort and, maybe leaving a legacy behind.
Right.
But like that's kind of just an echo of that basic survival instinct.
That primal drive.
Yeah, exactly. And, they go on in this piece to talk about how humans, we're actually pretty fragile.
We are.
Like if you think about it,
Yeah.
we're not that tough. But we have this incredible power, intelligence.
Right.
Right? And we've used that intelligence
Yeah.
to develop technology, agriculture, medicine.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's crazy how much these things have like extended our lifespans.
It is.
And improved our quality of life. Right?
Absolutely. I mean, just think about medical advancements.
Yeah.
In the past few decades. I mean, how many of us,
I know, right?
as parents or grandparents,
Yeah.
who are alive today because of treatments that weren't available before?
Exactly.
It's amazing.
It's incredible.
It's a testament to human ingenuity.
It really is. But,
Yep.
the Coffee Talk people, they don't just like sugarcoat it either.
Right.
They point out the other side too, like the shadow side of this whole thing.
Yeah, for sure. Our intelligence has led to, some pretty bad things as well,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, pollution,
Yeah.
Industries that are just devastating ecosystems. And then, of course, we have weapons
Oh, yeah.
that are capable of just unimaginable destruction.
Yeah, that's huge.
Like, for example, did you know that deforestation is happening at a rate of something like 10 million hectares per year?
10 million.
Yeah, that's like an area the size of Iceland disappearing every year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. And plastic pollution in the oceans, I mean, it's reaching truly catastrophic levels. We're talking trillions.
Trillions.
Trillions of pieces of plastic accumulating in the marine environment, harming wildlife, disrupting entire food chains.
It's hard to even wrap your mind around numbers like that,
It is. It's overwhelming.
It really is. It's like we really have the power to create, but also to destroy on like such a massive scale.
We do.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, do you think overall, all this technology, all this advancement, does it actually make us more vulnerable as a species?
That's a good question. I mean, think about how reliant we are on these complex systems for everything.
Right. Food production, energy,
Yeah.
communication, everything.
Yeah.
Like one little disruption. And it's like dominoes. Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a really critical question. And I don't think the Coffee Talk folks really had an easy answer. I think their point was more to make us really think about, the implications of our actions and to try to find that balance between progress and responsibility.
Yeah, but isn't that like putting a lot of faith in individual action? Like, shouldn't we be, I don't know, pushing for bigger changes like
Yeah.
policy changes, regulations, things like that.
Absolutely. I mean, individual action is important, don't get me wrong, but you're right. We need systemic change. We need policies. We need global cooperation to really address these challenges. And, that's why I think that call for discussion at the end of the coffee talk thing is so important. We got to keep these conversations going. We got to think critically and work together to find solutions.
Totally. Okay, so we've gone deep here today. We've really explored this paradox of human existence, right?
Yeah.
Fragile, yet super powerful,
Yeah.
capable of incredible creation,
Yeah.
and also just awful destruction. The future of life on Earth, and I mean, not just our own, it really does rest in our hands.
Yeah.
So here's something I was thinking about as I was reading all this stuff and getting ready for today. What if someday some other species evolves to be as intelligent as we are? What would they do? Would they make the same choices that we've made?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Would they repeat our mistakes, or would they maybe find a different path? Like, could we learn from them? It's pretty mind-blowing.
It is.
To think about.
Yeah.
So I want to leave you with that question, just something to ponder. Keep exploring this stuff. Keep questioning and keep the conversation going.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.